Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Duran, and thank you to Towson University for this phenomenal opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. And I am indeed of many things. I am a chemical engineer turned doctor, turned social entrepreneur. And just a year ago, I took on this role of program director at the incentive mentoring program, IMP. It's a phenomenal nonprofit. So phenomenal that I'm so excited to tell you today a little bit more about this nonprofit. So here at IMP, if you're not familiar with us, we select students in the 9th grade. We select them based on low GPA, truancy, suspensions and detentions, and other challenges they may face outside the classroom. So try to really make it easy for our volunteers. They're enrolled in IMP for more than 8 years, so for the remainder of high school and 5 years post-high school as well. So it's a long time. Well, we need a long time. We want to form relationships. We want to create something sustainable. Here at IMP, we believe that all our students, every mentor, every volunteer, every collaborator, every individual possesses unique talents, unique passions, unique drives. Okay? And while they might not always be obvious, it's going to take some time to figure out what those are, right? Over time, we discover them, we nurture them, we cultivate them, and ultimately, we transform them into impact. That's what it's all about. A strong community, a strong Baltimore, is one where its members are doing exactly that, discovering, nurturing, cultivating, transforming, right? It's really dependent that we all figure out what our impact is. And at the end of the day, we're actually talking about, really impacting Baltimore, and actually we're talking about a reaction, right? We're talking about converting potential, right, into a product, into an outcome, into impact. Behind this reaction, there's a catalyst, and what I wanted to share with you today is that IMP, we believe that this catalyst is something simple, something that we probably already know, but it's family. Family. At this point, I should say that after 4 years of chemical engineering, this is pretty much what I have to show for it. So, I'd like to thank Mom and Dad. These are your hard-earned dollars at work, and I don't think it's that bad. But in all seriousness, talking about Mom and Dad, thank you, Mom and Dad. I look back at my own experiences, and without a doubt, I wouldn't be here today without them, without my sisters. Without them, I wouldn't have discovered my passion for building an engaging community. So without my sisters, without my aunts, my uncles, my parents, my cousins, my traditional family, so to speak, wouldn't be here. My dad was the first to show my sisters and I the importance of not only loving your family, loving your family and building your family, but also loving and building your community. Actually, I'm so proud. Just a couple days ago, back in our hometown in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. I'm sure none of you have ever heard of that town name before, but he was recognized by his own community, our community, for his relentless commitment to the lives of others. So I'm really proud. I learned this from Dad. When my grandpa suffered a stroke 15 years ago, I was just a kid. It was a debilitating stroke, so it was definitely an unfortunate, event. And it was my parents, my aunt, who suggested that my sister, cousin, and I use our musical talents to help entertain Grandpa and his newfound friends, the residents of the 9th floor hospital. So it was, so there we were, week after week. We're holding concerts now on the 9th floor dining area. My cousin Brian on the violin, I'm on the violin, my sister on the piano. We're doing musical renditions of Jewel and Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. I can't say that it was always entertaining, but we did our best, and we did what we were, what we thought was helping. It's because of my family that I also discovered this passion. It's because of my family and the support, the countless rides to badminton and basketball practice, the rides to volunteering at the hospital, the SAT prep. My sister's helping me revise those essays over and over again. I most definitely was not the best writer. It's because of all that love and support that I made it to college, got into college. And then it was at college that, I really realized that, I had to get out there and I had to meet new people. It was my dad that said, Kat, you're really good at these things. And if you can even imagine, there was a time where I was shy and I was timid. And I said, I'm really scared of leaving. I'm homesick. And, he really pushed me and said, do what you love there. Get involved. volunteer. That's what you love to do. And so, you know what? I got out there and I started volunteering at this nonprofit. It was a small after-school program with elementary school kids in Trenton, New Jersey. And that's where I learned that I loved not only engaging people, but I also loved empowering others. And that's what I learned, you know, at college in Trenton, New Jersey. But it wasn't until I started volunteering for IMP here in Baltimore, while I was a medical student at Hopkins, that I realized that this family, this new sort of family, my IMP family, showed me that I could transform my passion. They showed me how I could transform my passion into impact, so that my community could really reap the benefits of my impact, so Baltimore could reap the benefits of my impact. And that was my IMP family. So today I want to tell you a little bit more about what is an IMP family. Well, an IMP family consists of the students that we enroll. That's that little yellow ball in the middle. And we pair each student that we enroll in the 9th grade with a family or a team of mentors. So it could be me, it could be you know, it could be, you know, your professor, it could be another volunteer across town at Hopkins. But together, we form this team, and together we're a family. We're an extended family. My IMP family, a few years back, consisted of my IMP student, Erica, and many other invested, inspiring mentors. I can't tell you the hundreds of things I learned from all of them, but I can tell you that, you know, this one specific story that still sticks out in my mind, when Erica told me, you know, that I really sucked at managing one of the other students in the program. You know, we were on this weekend makeup, homework, final exam study session. It was a cram session. It was hours and hours. And you could see that I was frustrated. I couldn't get the other IMP student to study, to care, and I was getting frustrated. And he could see that I was getting frustrated, and I could see that he knew that I was frustrated and that he was enjoying it. But I just got more and more frustrated. And that's when Erica said, you know, we gotta go. I'm just like, what? Okay. So she pulls me to the side and she's like, that's not how you do this. And I was like, okay, Erica, tell me, because I'm kind of at my wit's end. And she's like, you got to calm down. You really got to calm down. She gave it to me straight. You got to calm down. You got to care, right? You're caring, that's great. And you just got to make it seem like it doesn't bother you. Just let it roll off. And I listened. And that was some of the best advice that I'd ever heard. And I had heard it before, but with Erica, because she was family, not in the traditional sense, not by DNA, but because she was family, I listened. Our students and families in INP are supported by more volunteers who have sort of this expertise. So whether it's tutoring, it's community service, SAT prep, college prep, legal, health counsel, we engage our students in a variety of activities. And this is through that sort of programming and services circle that we have surrounding our IMP families. It's this program circle that ultimately connects our IMP families to the existing community resources and partners that reside in this outermost circle. So this is what we're talking about in the crossing of the divide, right? By creating these amazing families that are comprised of people from all sorts of backgrounds, that I could have, you know, a mentor from the Midwest, a mentor from Canada, a student from Baltimore City. We're all coming together and we're redefining, we're expanding our definition of family. And in doing so, we're able to connect the wealth of resources that exist in Baltimore City with our kids and with our youth, with our mentors. And that's super exciting, And you can see from this graph that whatever this graph or this diagram, whatever your passion, your talent, your drive, there's a place for you at IMP, because that's what we do. If you're like my friends and volunteers, Nick, Francesca, and Sarah, they transformed their talent, their passion for art and for music into the first animated IMP video. It's now on our website. You should definitely check it out. And you also know that these exact same balls and these images and visuals, that was their passion. And now their passion has been translated into something that represents IMP, represents our students, communicates with you all what we are. There's Mary. Mary transformed her passion and her gift for forming meaningful relationships to her IMP student in the form of relentless commitment. She took her student to the very first meet and greet with the boy band sensation Mindless Behavior. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard of them, but apparently they're gonna be the next NSYNC. I don't know if that's true, but that was Mary. That's Mary. She's committed, she has a relationship. She brought her student lunch when there was no lunch. She picked her kid up from school when there was no ride home. That's the sort of relationship I'm talking about. Again, not one that's defined by DNA, just by love and unconditional support and commitment. So this is our family, right? Family that's divided by those things that I just told you about. And I want to tell you that our family today consists of over 120 students, right? Over 120 students, over 500 volunteers and collaborators at 2 high schools here in Baltimore City. And if you're interested, we'd love for you to join. We have a growing family, right? We're happy to have more people. And we'd love for you to tell us what your passion is, right? What your drive is, what your talent is. And we'd love to find you a place in our family. Because that's what we are. That's why we are what we are today, is because a volunteer somewhere said, I love this, I want to do this. And they went ahead and they just did it. So in our family, everyone is a mentor, everyone is a mentee. I know it sounds fluffy, but it's true. Mentors and collaborators finding their potential and converting it to impact is crucial for our students to do the same. And here's the key part. The vice versa is true. The reverse is true. The students need to find their potential and find their impact. And in doing so, that really helps us as mentors do the same. I want to leave you with, whether or not this works. I'm not sure. I'd like to think that it does. But to date, 100% of our students have graduated from high school. 100%. In fact, one of our phenomenal students, Darrell Frazier, is sitting right there. He's my very first IMP student. Darrell, I remember when you used to run away from me. I was like, Darrell, come back. And he's like, see you later. But Darrell's now studying at Morgan State. You're an inspiration to us all. 100% high school graduation, it's crazy, 100%. So here at IMP, we really believe that when you reconsider and you expand your definition of family, that really anything is possible. Thank you so much for having me today. Have a good one.